Hi, Chris Sounness, Birchip Cropping Group. And I'm talking about an innovation which we're looking at is setting up a farmer data co-op, which is a mixture of, I suppose, the data, which is the new school, and then the co-op, which is very much old school and how farming's always worked together. So I'm going to cover the what, when, where, why and how. So what is a farmer data co-op? Farmers produce heaps and heaps of information, and at most of the time they see no value in it. So we're trying to unlock that value. $100 million in our area is potentially available through the agricultural value chain if the data was available. We're doing it now with Vesky, bringing in Terry Griffin, a Sustainable Ag Fellow, and he's from the United States, Kansas State, to actually understand what's going on in this space. And what's it all about? It's actually making something farmer-centric. Farmer-centric is actually the farmer is the centre of the challenge we face here. Everyone wants what the farmers do. They want to understand why, how, when, where. They've got all the records, but they're not curated or collated anyway. So we've got to make something focused around the farmer. So a bit about where we're doing it. We're based at Birchip, which, because this is Melbourne Knowledge Week, is an outer suburb of Melbourne, about 300 k's away. We're working with our 430 family farms who farm about 1 million hectares in there. They grow wheat, canola, barley, chickpeas, lentils, vetch, etc. We have 20 staff, most of them agricultural science qualified, over half of them are women, and we work by doing events, field days, and a lot of research and innovation, and we're all about trying to get the innovation in the paddock sooner. We work with 20 different research organisations, including 7 universities. And it's all about trying to give you, the consumer of the food, confidence in what you eat and the evidence around that. And we all know now, in today's society, to have confidence, you've got to have the evidence. And at the moment, to do that, we need data. And at the moment, that is the big challenge. The banking and insurance sector are the same. They want to loan money, they want to price risk. But without data, they can't do that. They want to know what happens inside the farm gate. And at the moment, they can't access that information because the farmers don't see the value in curating and collecting that information. And then there's the research community. Farmers at the moment invest $600 million in research and development out of their own levies that they contribute each year. That information, a lot of it, some of that money is actually going back to collect this information off the farmers. So the farmers not only pay for the research, but then they have to pay for people to come and get the information off the farmer in the first place, which they've already collected. And some of the examples of this is this harvester here, $800,000 piece of machine. Most farmers will have something like this. It steers in a straight line by itself, 2 centimetre accuracy, and it has a yield monitor on it worth about $50,000. 80% of farmers don't see any value in the yield monitor data. Even so, there is great value in it. And why aren't they seeing any value? Because it's too hard. And part of that is the connectivity issue that makes it very hard. There's a lot of connectivity gaps in farmers with the basic needs. If you can't use the basic technology, you don't believe the rest can work. And connectivity is that basic need that's being missed. And then we have the capability challenge. Farmers with technology, I suppose I like to think of like my parents with video recorder technology back in the 70s. They bought this great piece of a kit, but they didn't know how to use it, so they thought it was just something to change the channels with, the way to get a remote control. They didn't extract the value from their technology. So how are we going to do it? We're going to do it through collaboration. So collaboration is all about working with other people. It's not just the farmers. You need to bring in the social capital. And Birchip Cropping Group, that's what we're all about. We're all about shared solution, collaboration. We work with a whole range of universities, CSIRO, state government. We've got Terry, a number of other people. We're trying to bring in as much social capital to work together with the farmers so that we can come through a joint understanding what the problem is and then a joint solution, a shared solution, and that's what we're all about. So if we're all about being social capital, we've come to realise this data co-op, this data, unlocking the value from data is going to be about people, not technology. Everyone loves technology, and that's what people, when they have these research grants, or what's the technology coming out, etc., how's it going to look, what are you going to do? But in the end, everyone wants the machine that goes ping, but actually what we need is about understanding the people. What are the challenges around the people? And if we think about the people challenges, and Facebook and Cambridge Analytics are doing a good job of understanding the people challenges around this, we need a framework to make it work, and we need it not done by government, not done by industry, but actually based around the people we want to engage with. So we need to have some clear principles, which we're working in establishing. We need a governance structure so the farmers have confidence how it's going to work. And then we can start focusing on the machines that go ping, the management, the tools and technologies, the magic pipes that actually work. So Birchip Cropping Group, we're working with a whole range of people. We're down here. This was an event at the Age Building where we brought all the scientists, the farmers together to start talking about discussing the problems. And we then bring it together, discuss shared solutions coming together. But in the end, we know it's of most value when we have a farmer-centric digital revolution that is actually occurring in the paddock. No point happening in the research site. It's got to actually make a difference in the paddock. Thank you very much.